Good evening, everyone. William Mean here, 1799. Glad you could come around. If you like this video, please share, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button, right? I really appreciate if you do that for me. And leave a comment. Remember the First Amendment. So all you Americans out there, and patriots, and tyrants alike, I had a question posed to me some time ago, and it was brought to me again, the same question. Question one was, did you serve? And the answer is, yes, I did serve. I served in the late 70s, early 80s. There was no war on at the time. I served in the National Guard, and I have a DD-214 to verify that statement. Second statement the person asked me was, is the AR equal to the M16 or the M4s or the modern weapons of today? I've not fired the modern military firearms of today. I fired the 9mm Beretta, and I fired a couple other firearms, but in my day it was the M16, it was the 1911 45, the grease gun, 30 caliber, 50 caliber, and a 105 howitzer, which is on the tank. That's it. And we did riot control, and we trained a lot. But the question really hits to, is the AR equal or superior? And is it really a battlefield rifle? I got to be honest with you people. I don't own an AR. I fired them. The difference between the AR and the M16A, there's a large difference between the two. Okay. Minus the selector switch, which is full auto and semi-auto, the firearm feels different. Now I own an M14 SA semi-automatic. It has a steel receiver, steel parts, all steel parts in it. Most of your modern M14 and Springfield and others are cast receivers. Mine is all steel. It doesn't have a selector switch in it either. But here's the thing: they're equal. They feel the same. The AR and the M16 of the military, they don't feel the same. And that's my opinion. You know, are they a battlefield rifle? Hardly not. It's a civilian-made rifle. I don't know whether the weight's different in between the two, I noticed, but as far as the rifle itself, it's accurate. It's everything you can do with it. Yeah. Is it a battlefield rifle? No. Now, with that said, let's get on to something more on my nerve here. There are 9 million, I estimate somewhere between 8 to 9 million firearm owners that are unregistered to vote. Well, that's something that's, I don't know what the difference is or why. I don't know. But here's the thing. The anti-gun people and these groups, these Moms Max, and there's so many other regular groups out there who support their agenda, have reached across state lines to many states. We, on turn, we put a lot of money and emphasis into these organizations that take our rights to the courts so we can hold our rights. Now, In my mind, we're not doing enough. Hardly not. And the reason why we're not doing enough is because that's why these anti-gun groups are so not only boisterous, but getting a lot more power. They're getting a lot more publicity with the politicians. And they're gaining a lot of ground in certain areas. And they're pushing the Democrat Party, and pushing Kamala Harris, because they want to ban your firearm. Now, here's the thing to this. Whether you own an AR or not is immaterial. Like I said, whether you own an AR or not, it is immaterial. Because it's not just the AR they're after. They're after all semi-automatic firearms. That includes your handguns and your right to carry. Now, this has been brought up a few times, but they try to disguise it as just, no, we just want the AR, which is a bogus lie because they want them all. So all you gun owners out there, whether you own a semi-automatic or a single bolt action or a repeating rifle or whatever it may be, understand the complexity of not voting. Because if you allow these kind of people to get in office, somewhere down the road here, they're going to find a loophole and they're going to expand it. They want to change the Supreme Court. They want to alter everything so they bring everything back to things that were far more dangerous than they are now. Your rights, your freedoms are becoming constantly being hacked away. One with the Patriot Act and one with this crazy nonsense of stripping you of your constitutional rights. Which your First Amendment, your Second Amendment, your Fourth Amendment, on through. This is why it's important to vote. These politicians don't care. They're more worried about these people coming across that border than they are worried about you and your family, especially your children. This nonsense of banning the AR is because of mass shootings. I did a video on that, and I proved a point that the AR was not popular at the time when they used the Brady Bill. The Brady Bill was supposed to alleviate all these mass shootings and get rid of AR and all this. But AR wasn't even popular back. There weren't that many of them out there, unlike they are today. It did nothing to stop mass shootings. There were still mass shootings still going on. FBI report proved that. That is why they got rid of it. They want to bring it back. What's it going to do? Nothing. All it does is strips you of your constitutional rights, your rights to defend yourselves, and your right to your freedoms. You ain't really care about that? No. It's just like we got to stop the school shootings, the mass shootings. Our children are vulnerable, and all these things. And I will say, going after innocent lives is a horrible deal. But not. The problem here is you got bad tenders out there doing this. These bad actors, I call them tenders or actors, are the ones doing this. That's what these red flag laws were supposed to be put in place for. But instead of utilizing them, they go after us. When they put their manifestos on the internet and they put all their hatred all over the place, they're going after you. Which is, the red flag law violates that Bill of Rights, your freedoms. Understand these two things. Homeland Security has made it pretty clear that yes, we are under threat. We have terrorists, we have murderers, rapists. They're in this country by mass droves. These inner cities are experiencing some very violent crimes, gang warfares, you name it. But they want to strip you of your constitutional right. They got plenty of security, which comes out of our tax dollars, by the way. But we don't have that. That is why you're given the right to defend yourself, paid by the blood of those who put it here. God's right, too. It's called the right to self-preservation. If you let Kamala Harris get in there, it's going to be gone. All these gun clubs, all these gun organizations throughout the state of New Jersey and Delaware and Pennsylvania, Idaho, and all across the country should be pulling themselves together, getting to know each other, and coming up with strategies to also do the same thing. Yes, it's great to come up and have these great organizations do a great job, and they're doing a fantastic job. Support more of them if you want to. Or you can have fundraisers, untaxable fundraisers, and get them more money. Or use that money like these anti-gun groups do. But you've got to do more. You got to pull together. Most gun ranges, for some reason, don't know another gun range. They don't know this individual. They don't know anybody. And that's where these anti-gun groups have an advantage. They reach across state lines. You gun clubs out here can do the same thing. There are 9 million unregistered gun owners out here, with their hunters, sports shooters, whatever. Now, you might own a bolt action rifle, so it doesn't pertain to me. I own a shotgun, doesn't pertain to me. Let me tell you something. They get through one, they'll get through them all. I was just looking at a story from Canada, too. Because they've lost the right to own firearms, or most of the handgun issues, their crime rate has jumped dramatically. Just like California. You've got to put your foot down. You got to pull yourselves together. You got to come together. You got to organize. As many as we are out here, throughout this entire country, we should be able to get to know each other, pull ourselves together, come together. Because if we don't, somewhere along the line they're going to win. That's dangerous. We got home invasions going as crazy as they can. Yes, law enforcement is out there, and they're doing the best they can. They're not superheroes, you know. They're human beings just like we are. And they have families, and they're doing everything they possibly can. And I tell you what, I admire what they do. But with that said, every individual, whether it be a mom, a dad, a grandfather, whatever, should think about this. What can we do? Well, you can come together. Pick representatives within your gun clubs and meet other gun clubs across the country. Just make your voices heard. Second, vote. Very important. Because if you do not vote, they get an upper hand. Democrats do not play by the rules. Every day they're coming up with some off-the-wall nonsense, whether it be a lie about something, a story about something, or some bogus BS about, oh, I was at the border wall. Yeah, right. A little late, aren't we? Meanwhile, we have all this crime coming in. Illegal firearms coming in, which they're blaming us for. Illegal drugs coming in, killing hundreds of thousands of people in our country. Get out and vote. Make your voices heard. Till then, keep your friends, your family close, so do not be afraid to defend yourselves, and do me a favor, go out and vote. It's important. We may not have a freedom left. Take care.